Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your weekly general taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for everybody. They are for the general energies, trends and themes. So as many of you know, if you've been with me long enough, these weekly generals actually came about because we were noticing in the weekly readings that I was doing, yes, I know some of you really missed them and no, they probably won't be back. Never say never, because the world is the world and the universe is the universe, but we were noticing that there were trends, patterns and themes that were coming in. And so what I wanted to do was create something that gave a general energy and overview for the week ahead. So these are the three decks that I'll be using today. I have the Human Design Oracle deck by the wonderful Denise Matthew. I've got the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot, and I have the Morgan Greer Tarot. And all of these are should I say, the messages for the week ahead are infused with or connected to my intuition. So every week I will go into my intuition and I'll ask what it is that we need to know as an overarching energy or theme for the week. And this week, before we get into it, actually, I've got it written down. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So the key to the intuitive message this week was there's no pause between chances, right? So what the reason this came about is what I could see was it was like somebody was stood in a queue, and whatever it is that they were reaching for or trying to do, they got to the front of it. The thing that they were wanting or hoping for didn't go ahead, so that came out, and then literally straight after it, something else came in. And that's what feels like is going to happen for all of us in some way, shape or form. Whatever chance you feel like you've missed, or maybe you were late to the party, or that was my one and only chance. It wasn't your one and only chance. You will have many chances at several things over a lifetime. Maybe not the exact same chance, but definitely something that will shape up and evolve for you. Now, the feeling that I have from this is they're going to come in quick succession. So if you've got something that you're working on at the moment and it doesn't go ahead, please don't get discouraged, and more importantly, don't get into your feelings, because the second you get stuck in that bogged down state, you're going to energetically repel the thing that is right behind it that is probably better than what you were aiming for in the first place. So this is kind of like a roundabout way, or a long-winded way of saying that age-old cliche, right? Whatever is not meant for you, will exit, and whatever comes in after will probably be for you. It's like, when they say whatever's meant for you will not pass you by. This is that kind of energy, and I really do feel that that's going to be the case for all of us in some way, shape or form. All right, so the overarching energy, trend or theme from the Human Design Oracle deck, what do we need to know for this week? We have, okay, we've got a jumping card. So the jumping card, all right, look at that, right? The cards hath spoken, and we got the Gate 47 and Mindset. And the message behind this card really is, right, as you look at the card, you've got one half is light, you've got the other one that's dark. You've all seen the meme on the internet of the two guys sat on the bus, and one's looking at the grey rocks and is like, ooh, all gloomy, and the other one's looking at the sunshine and, out into the world. This is kind of speaking to that same energy. It's about where we put our mind this week. So if you have a failure, if something doesn't go ahead in the way that we thought it was, or the way that we would like it to be, it might feel like a false start, but it's really not. It's just the removal of what really isn't for you and isn't going to serve the highest path that you could possibly have. So I love this as a key to the week energy, or as a destiny card, let's say. One of the things that I really feel for this as well, it's giving us the ability to be more discerning, right? So we'll have an opportunity this week where you might, like I said, it's like, and they're going to come in quick succession. Like the thing that you've been aiming for, working towards, that doesn't go ahead. But straight after it, an opportunity will replace it that is very much likely to be better than the one that you were aiming for in the first place. All right, so, and it's kind of like that was the message. There's no pause between these two things. So if the first thing doesn't happen and you think like, oh, so let's say you're at the airport, and the airline says to you, look, we're really sorry, unfortunately your flight's been cancelled, and you start kicking off, you start losing it, you get all like, you know, depressed and all the rest of it. I hope you don't. But then literally 20 minutes later, they come back and say, right, we're putting you up in a hotel for the night, and then tomorrow we're going to fly you out first class. Okay, it's not happening in the time frame that you would have liked, but you know what? I will take that upgrade all damn day long. All right, so our direction cards, how do we best tap into this? With the Ace of Wands, through action, being ready, willing, and able to act when the new option, the Ace of Wands, a new endeavor arises for us. With the Strength card, right? So going after what feels like the most passionate course of action for you. With the Magician card, this really is about leading from the heart. It's about having the guts and the courage to go after something, even if it's not what you thought it was supposed to be, or it doesn't look the way that you want it to. And this theme is going to come up a lot over the next 4 months. If you were on the Venus webinar, then you understand why. But yeah, ultimately this idea that, you know, if we get the gift that we're looking for, we get the thing, we achieve the thing that we were hoping to do, but it doesn't look the way that we thought it was supposed to, and so we chuck the whole thing in the trash. This is basically saying, in your direction, the way that you tap into this mindset energy or shift it is by being purely in your action and your passion, and utilizing that to transmute or transform the feelings that you have at the moment that this thing doesn't go ahead, because there's something much better suited that comes right behind it. So this is really about being focused and conscious and keeping your energy up, so that when the second option, opportunity, gift, etc. comes your way, you can absolutely jump in on it. All right. And then for our insight cards, if we can see around corners, also on the wider world stage, I do wonder, so here in the UK, one of our politicians was arrested and she was let go. I think that this week we may see some kind of revisiting to this. I think we're going to see a part 2 to that of some kind. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles with the Lovers card and the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that, right? So our insight cards basically say, utilizing your knowledge and making a choice based on what's right for your future is where the energy really is at. And if we could see around corners, we're potentially about to learn something about a relationship. Doesn't have to be an intimate one, but very much likely to be. For those of you that are meeting someone, connecting with a partner, certainly if you're meeting somebody new, or you get sort of intimately or romantically involved with someone, this person's going to be in your life for a long time to come. And they will very likely teach you what it means to be in something, in a relationship for a long haul. And it might move really quickly and become very solid very quickly, potentially to the dismay of family members, etc. If you're partnered already, this is an adaptation or new information that comes into the relationship that really makes you see things in a very different light, but in a really much brighter light. And then for those of you that are not interested in love, relationship, partnership, etc., this literally does suggest that when it comes to your money, your finances, and your resources, the decisions that you make now have a big impact on your future and the legacy for the world. For a lot of people, it looks like you're moving in with someone. If you already live with somebody, you could be moving home. On the wider world stage, I think this is going to be really great developments that come in terms of the housing market and or prices, and there are potentially big conversations being opened up around the pricing of everything. So while we are still going to see a lot of fluctuations on that front, I do feel like things are about to get much better for all of us in some way, shape or form. I love this, and I think as a weekly general goes, it's, you know, quite a pretty decent message. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think. How do you feel that this is showing up? I love it when you guys message me, email me, post links in the comments to say, Raf, you said this was going to happen, it showed up here. I love that because it keeps me, you know, it helps me know that I'm on the right path, and it also shows up where sometimes the timing is spot on and sometimes it needs a little bit of a tweak, right? And I'll be talking about that in some videos that are soon coming. With that said, I wish you all of the best. Take care, and I'll see you soon.